We're going to talk about the power of language for a second. Now, this part of the language is not so much of being sensitized to what's going on internally and what you say. It's more of how you say it. Because as we all know, sometimes you could say the same thing. They come across two completely different ways depending on some of the core vocal foundations that I want to share with you now. First one is rate of speech. And the rate of speech is how fast you're talking. If somebody talks really slow, that gives you a little idea of what it's going to be like moving forward with them. Now, when you're talking at a slow rate of speech, it's not a bad thing. But when you stay slow or you stay fast, if I start talking really fast and I stay at this tempo and you keep going, it's going to overwhelm, it's going to overload, and it's not going to be as clear. What is this teaching you? This is teaching you to, when you're delivering something of importance, to vary your rate of speech a little bit so you come across more clear, more confident. Hope that makes sense. So I want you to be sensitized to varying your rate of speech at times. Next thing we're going to talk about is volume. Now, we all know people that speak at a super high volume, and it's overwhelming to some of the introverts. They usually like to talk at a lower tone. But sometimes when we want to speak with authority, want to come across with more confidence, a little bit of volume is needed, especially if you're more of an introvert. You usually sound kind of like this. If I went through the rest of the training at this volume, even though I'm changing my cadence, makes a difference, doesn't it? So you can see in real time how some of these small changes make a big difference, and how when you're sensitized to these for your own self, for your own good, you understand that you can come across with even greater power. The next thing we're going to talk about is tonality. Now, what is that? Tonality is really the emotions and feelings that you feel behind the words. If somebody crossing by and says, "Hey, how was your day? Mine was really good. How about yours?" When you stay at that tonality, it almost gets skipped over. Versus if you come to somebody and say, "Hey, how was your day? Explain it to me. Tell me about it." "Oh, my day was great. Tell me about your day." There's a little more tonality. There's a little more melody. There's a little more feeling behind the words, rather than you just say to somebody, "I feel bad about that," versus "I feel bad about that happening." So tonality, all it really is feeling your words a little bit more. If you can inject some more feeling into your words, it's going to come across so much stronger, clearer, give you more confidence and the other person more confidence in you. Because one of my other mentors, he always talks about your visual image. That's our hair, makeup, clothes, accessories, designer things. That's a visual image. That's showing to somebody, and the other person is perceiving who you are before they even know you, before they even met you, before you even talk. The other version of yourself, which most people don't talk about, is your vocal image. And that is, are you the person behind what I'm seeing? Do you have confidence? Do you have vitality? Do you speak clearly? That's going to give me my other perception of who you are. Because if you're going out there and you are really good technically, but you can't communicate it in a strong way, you're going to get perceived down here. Versus when you look a certain way and your vocal image matches your image, your visual image, and man, you have a whole lot more personal power coming through. Now, I am one of the worst. I was one of the worst at my vocal image. I posted an embarrassing video of myself giving an interview while I was a professional athlete, and it was terrible. I mean, I had no movement in my face. I was very monotone. There was no feeling. The volume was at a low level. It was embarrassing. So, and I mean, that's when I was in my professional career. So again, these are skills you could learn at any age that's going to amplify the best part of who you are. And that inside the huddle is the goal, to amplify the best parts of who you are and continue to make this a lifestyle. The last one is clarity. Clarity is a big one. You hear people all the time that use so many filler words. Like, have you ever been around people like that do this? And I went to the store, like there was so many people like, you know what I mean? I went here, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? There's so many people that use filler words that are habitual that they don't even realize. I also did this. I said, you know, all the time in places that it shouldn't even be. So many people, they say like all the time in between each thing, and it clouds the message. You're not coming through clear when you do that. So one of the things I want you to be sensitized to when you're auditing your language is take out some of the filler words that you use. And if you hear other people doing it, come to them, send them here, send them to me, send them inside the huddle so we can help amplify the best parts of who they are. Because there's so many people that are missing out on so much in life because they don't sound confident. They're not getting the job. They're not getting the raise. They're not getting through to their partner because they're not doing it with enough clarity. They're not doing it and feeling the words so people understand what you mean by that. They're not doing it with a great rate of volume. Maybe they're whispering it so they don't sound really confident. So many things, and this is just 4, and there's so many more, but I wanted to share those 4 quick with you because those to me are the most important. When you master these, the rate of speech, so you're not so monotone, so people don't know what speed you're going next. When you have great volume, tonality, and clarity, you are going to be an even better version of yourself. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. I hope you found that valuable. I have so much more amazing content videos coming, and I don't want you to miss out. So subscribe. If you want some more awesome videos, you can check those out. Until I see you again in the next one, keep going out there, hunting your greatness inside and out.